Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this series of episodes, we will speak about the Prophet Muhammad wives, and we will know some information about each one of them. We will start today with one of the most inspiring characters for me personally, Sayyida Khadijah bint Khuwaylid radiallahu anha. Let's check together her life before getting married to our Prophet. Her father, Khuwaylid ibn Asad, was the leader of the Quraysh trade in Mecca. His daughter Khadijah inherited his skills and she became the most successful businesswoman in Mecca. The trading in Mecca consisted of two working trips within the year, one to Syria in summer and another to Yemen in winter. She was holding most of the trades that her business was larger than all of Quraysh trades combined together, and it was most acclaimed with her reputation for fair dealing and high quality goods. She didn't travel herself, she employed others in her behalf for a commission. Our Prophet went to one of her business trips to Syria, and that trip was a very successful one that even Khadijah herself was very amazed and surprised. So she asked about him and asked one of her friends to ask him if he would consider marrying her. The Prophet Muhammad agreed and they got married. At that time, she was a widow and 40 years old, and the Prophet Muhammad was 25 years old. They had a happy life with 6 children, which are Qasim, Zainab, Ruqayya, Fatima, and Kulthum, lastly, Abdullah. Both Abdullah and Qasim died in their childhood. When Muhammad's prophethood began and received the first God's revelation from Gabriel, he was very frightened, but Khadijah comforted him and encouraged him during the most difficult days of his life. She was the first follower of Islam, and she spent the rest of her life supporting our Prophet ﷺ and the Muslims mentally and financially. Quraysh announced a trade boycott against the Muslims, and this continued for 3 years. In these years, Khadijah supported the Muslims with her money to maintain the Muslim community. She died after the boycott was lifted, and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ named this year as the year of sorrow because of the death of his uncle and his wife Khadijah radiallahu anha. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that the greatest women of mankind were Khadijah bint Khuwaylid and Fatima bint Muhammad, the daughter of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and Maryam ibn Imran, which is the Mary, and Asya imra'atu Fir'aun, which is the Fir'aun's wife. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ loved her so much that he even sent gifts to her friends after she died. That was a brief about Sayyida Khadijah radiallahu anha. I hope you enjoyed the story of this great woman.